Hey guys, this is Chief from Skull Gaming Network. Welcome to another MLB Perfect Inning 2018 video. Today I'm going to go through the new live special edition players, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at 10 players that came out that are new that excite me. Certainly, these aren't the only 10 good players out there. Even amongst these players, some of them have multiple versions. How the versions work very quickly, you have your base special edition live player. Not every player has them, but a lot of the better players on every team do. You have that base overall. If a player got player of the week, they have a special card that's 2 overalls higher than their base. If they got player of the month, they go up to 3 overalls higher. And then in the case of Sean Manaea, who had a no-hitter, his no-hitter card is 4 overalls higher than his base live special edition card. Without further ado, let's jump into things. The card you've been staring at since this video started, the 92 overall Didi Gregorius Player of the Month shortstop card. 94 contact against lefties and righties, 101 power, 86 speed, 86 field, 88 throw. Those are amazing base stats. Let's say you boost it to a +2, which might cost a bit, but isn't completely unreasonable. Those stats are all very close to 90 or above. This card compares very favorably to Ernie Banks, and Ernie Banks is probably 11 or 12 billion. That's the card you could get if you went with Didi Gregorius instead of Ernie Banks. I'm not saying you should, but the stats are really nice and very comparable, unless something crazy happens to player of the month cards, or unless the price on this Gregorius gets crazy high, which I honestly could see happening. This might be the shortstop you see on most really good teams that don't want to go all the way in on Ernie Banks. Manny Machado, 90 overall shortstop, another great option though. 93 contact against lefties, 97 against righties, 96 power, 96 high, only 76 speed, but then 86 field, 88 throw. Another stud shortstop, slightly better contact against righties, slightly less power, slightly less eye, and a little bit less speed, but another great shortstop. Now we get to our first pitcher. This is kind of an Elliott Productions special. Shout out Elliott Productions. But he's an Arizona Diamondbacks fan. I saw there was a new Patrick Korbin card coming out. That being said, it's a very nice card. It's his Player of the Week card. That Machado was also a Player of the Week card, by the way. But this Patrick Korbin, 88 command, 96 break, 97 stuff. Those are his base stats. So break and stuff easily get up to 100. Command should be able to get up to 90 using equipment. 74 velocity, but I don't think velocity is necessarily the most important. And 96 confidence, so you should be able to ride out rallies pretty well. Now, he has 5 pitches. I'm not saying that's not realistic to Patrick Korbin. I like my pitchers to have both the curveball and sinker if possible. If you look at it, at a +1 for B-grade pitches, curveball does not turn to B-grade until +3. Like, the stats are really nice, and as a lefty starter, I don't know if I'd pay $706 million currently. But down the line, as prices settle out, I could definitely see adding Patrick Korbin to the pitching rotation. Fourth, you might be like, oh my gosh, Shohei Otani's on this list. How typical. But here's the thing. I put Shohei Otani on this list because I would be excited to have him as a player on my team, not because I think he's a great investment opportunity. Obviously, Shohei Otani is probably going to become one of the most expensive cards in the game. There's a ton of hype around the guy. I'll admit it's pretty well deserved at this point. He's lived up to enough of the hype. That being said, 89 lefty contact, 91 righty contact, and 100 power. As base stats, that is very nice for a DH. And 79 speeds is not bad either. Combine that with a 93 I rating, which it might not be super important, but in terms of simming and having that on a DH, it's not a bad extra little perk. Look, those contact ratings near 90, that power rating at 100, once those get boosted up a bit through equipment, maybe even actual boosting, that's an incredible card to have. Fifth up, we have Noah Syndergaard. He has that nice sinker curveball mix that I like. He also has a slider. The slider curveball mix is another one that I'm a fan of. And his stats, 85 command, 94 break, 94 stuff. I like that lower command, higher break, higher stuff. 87 velocity too, that's crazy good. There's a reason there's none on the market right now. His price I see going up for the foreseeable future. Yeah, 94 confidence, pretty solid as well. All B grade pitches at a +1. Sixth up, I have a right fielder, Mitch Hanna. Now, most of the good right fielder cards in this game to this point have been Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, or Bryce Harper. Well, let's take a look at this Mitch Hanna card. Similar hitting stats to Shohei Otani. 90 contact against both lefties and righties and 101 base power. Now, he's not quite the defensive stud that I personally have preferred in my right fielders with 84 field and 80 throwing. 73 speed is not going to knock your socks off. If you need that good power bat in the middle of your lineup, look no further than 86 Mitch Hanna. If I move on from having a true DH for my DH spot, I could see myself getting this card. Number 7, Jeremy Jeffress. Look, he has both the K curve and the splitter, and he has 101 command to go with it and 80 velocity. I don't think I'll actually add him to my team, but if you needed a guy to combat spammers of cheese pitches, this is the guy to do the job. Now, I'm going to go a little out of order here. At number 8, I want to talk about is Jubal Cabrera, an 81 overall second baseman. Not the most glamorous card, but this is a budget beast I wanted to include. 91 contacts against lefties and righties, 85 power. Now, he's not very fast. His defense isn't the most spectacular, but he has S-grade defense at second base, and having good fielding and throwing doesn't seem to be too important for second baseman. 87 for an I rating isn't bad either. As his price goes down, which I'm sure it will, if you're looking for an affordable second baseman, this is honestly a really good option. At number 9, big sexy Bartolo Colon. Now, there could have been a couple other guys that I put in to make it 10 players. If you've been with the channel, you know I have a huge love for Bartolo Colon. He has 4 pitches, all C grade. It's going to take a lot to get him to B grade, which is not what I was hoping to see. But he has good command break and stuff for an 81 overall and 94 confidence. He takes baseballs to the stomach and he laughs them off. Bartolo is supremely confident. He'll get you through any jam. At number 10, saving the card for the end that I most see myself getting first from this list, 85 overall Ozzie Albies. Why would I get Ozzie Albies? Well, he has 90 contacts against both lefties and righties, 93 power, and 92 speed. My current second baseman, Robinson Cano, his hitting stats as they currently are better. But I have Cano at a +4. When you get Albies to a +4 and you throw on some equipment, his hitting stats would get to be pretty similar. Albies has the speed advantage. Defense might be a little bit less, but like I said, second base, I'm not too worried about those defense stats. So this Ozzie Albies card, I think, might be the new best second baseman to get if you're not trying to completely break your bank. It's a card I am looking forward to hopefully getting. But yeah, I guess that about wraps up my list of 10 players. If you enjoyed seeing this, leave a like. This week's been pretty busy for me with finals, and then I'm planning to go out of town, not for too long, but just for the weekend. So if this maybe wasn't the most exciting video, I do apologize for that. I thought it would be a nice little video to sit down and say, okay, there's all these new cards in the game. Let's talk about some of them that I'm excited about and why I'm excited about them. If there's cards you're excited about, let me know in the comments. If you're new around here, subscribe for more MLB Perfect Inning 2018 content. But that's about all for this video, guys. I'm G from Skull Gaming Network. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, and as always, peace out.